Hi, my name is Nicole, and I am a YouTube personality with our YouTube channel called Crypto Corner. Nicole and Andy, Andy being my husband, we started getting involved in cryptocurrency in 2015. So, our YouTube channel talks about cryptocurrency education, the pitfalls, how to avoid being hacked, all of that fun stuff. I'm pretty heavy on cryptocurrency security, and that's what this video is about. Crypto security is going to be one of the biggest things that everyone talks about in cryptocurrency, and it definitely should be this first video that we talk about before you get started. So before we get your wallet all set up, I do have this one warning. If you're new to the crypto industry, or if you've been in the crypto industry for a while and you have not had the chance to purchase a hardware wallet, I strongly, highly want to recommend it, especially for this project. In the first 6 months of MoveQuest, about $1 million worth of MoveQuest has been scammed from the community. The scammers are really going after this community because they know how valuable this token is going to be. People are trusting, they trust these scammers, and these scammers are getting more savvy as the years go on. They are taking more time to earn your trust. They make you think that they're customer support and they're trying to help you, and they're not customer support. They're scammers, and sometimes they're successful and sometimes they're not. Unfortunately, it's mostly the new people in the industry who they are more successful with. So it's so key to educate yourself if you're going to get involved into crypto. I do preach about hardware wallets on our YouTube channel because it's all about crypto security, and you have to protect yourself. You are starting to become your own bank when you get involved in cryptocurrency. So you own, manage, and control your own funds. There's no other third party you can go back to if somebody steals your funds. It's not like a bank who can try and get them back. There's no recourse if somebody steals your cryptocurrency. You can't get them back. So we really want to take our own vaults, or buy our own vaults, essentially. And these little guys are called hardware wallets. And this is like your crypto vault. And you only need one. And these are different manufacturers. I've used these hardware wallets. I still use both of them. They will secure your assets and keep them safe. But there's still ways that they can get scammed, but I am going to share with you how to keep them safe. So essentially, when you get involved in crypto, you have a public key and you have a private key. And your public key is like the address on your house. You can share that with people so that they know how to get to your house, right? Now, your private key is like your house key. You don't make copies of that and give it to all your friends and say, hey, yeah, come on over anytime when we're away on vacation, it's fine. You don't do that. You don't share your private keys with anyone. You wouldn't share your debit card or give your bank debit card to anybody that you didn't know, or even a friend, and say, oh, and here's the PIN number. Because now they have access to your funds. They just can go into the bank the next day and take out all your funds. It's the same with cryptocurrency. If you give away your private keys, then you are giving away the control and the funds of your crypto. So what makes these so different from the MetaMask and the Trust Wallet is that these are offline. And that's where your crypto security is coming in. With your MetaMask and your Trust Wallet, they're online wallets. So your private keys, which you do not want to share with anyone ever, is what's created online, because with MetaMask and Trust Wallet, because those are online wallets. Your private keys are created offline, and that's what makes them so secure. So your private keys never touch the internet. Never. You'll never type them in on any website. It's just so important to not do that or share them anywhere with anyone. You're essentially going to write down your private keys on a piece of paper, do it the old fashioned traditional way, and store them in a safe and never see them again. Just never see them again. So, by creating your keys the right way, your assets will be secure for decades to come. But the one mistake that most people make and how they get scammed is they're saving their private key on a computer or a phone, or they're taking a picture of their private keys on a phone, or they're emailing them to themselves to have a copy of them. That way, they've touched the internet. And that means if your computer or your phone ever gets compromised, or if there's malware on your phone or your computer, those assets are lost. It is a total loss of all of your crypto. Your keys must be created offline to ensure they are unique and secure. Anything created on an internet connected device, like your computer or your phone, it can be compromised and the keys can be copied. And that's why I've always preached hardware wallets. Get a hardware wallet on our Crypto Corner YouTube channel. It is the most important thing you can do before getting involved in cryptocurrency. Your crypto assets are stored on your ledger. Well, they're actually stored on the blockchain, and these devices allow you to access them. We use these devices to connect them to the Web3 wallet, which is MetaMask and Trust Wallet. Those are your Web3 wallets, which allow us to interact with decentralized exchanges and as well as MoveQuest. I have step-by-step videos showing you, walking you through exactly how to do it. It's super simple, super easy. Do not fret. But these are less than $100. Well, these two are. Trezor has ones that I think is 170, and it's got a pretty little LCD screen. So if you like that, you can get that. Otherwise, this one is less than $100. And Ledger has one that's over $100 as well. It's got Bluetooth connected to it. So I would recommend that to someone who wants to download the MetaMask or Trust Wallet onto their phone, and they want to be able to use that wallet on their phone, because the Ledger has Bluetooth connected to it. The Ledger Nano X does. That's the more expensive one. It's $150, or at least it is today. That might change in the future. This one is not the Ledger Nano X. I do not have Bluetooth. But then here's the other thing. So for the length of time that I've been involved in crypto, I'm very private with my crypto. I typically will only use and transact with crypto on my computer versus my phone. So with that being said, I know there's a lot of you out there who probably will want to download the MetaMask wallet or the Trust wallet on your phone. Nothing's all that bad with it. It's just your phone is probably the least secure device that you own, period. And so I don't have one crypto app on my phone. I don't have one banking app on my phone. I don't even trust the banking apps. I always use my computer. And that's just me. Now, you can use your phone if you want to. And if you do, I would highly, highly recommend that you get the Ledger Nano X. That's not this one, so that you can actually transact safely with that wallet on your phone with MoveQuest. Okay. Now, the only thing that I would add out of the two of them, they're both very, very good. They both will secure your assets equally. But I will say I do prefer the Trezor over the Ledger, simply for privacy. So if you're a privacy focused person, I would totally recommend the Trezor. It has more privacy features entailed with it. I do know that they only keep your information when you order one, your address, your credit card information, your name, and all that stuff in their database for 3 months, and then they delete it. So if Trezor, the company, ever got hacked, they've only got 3 months worth of history for their customers. Now, Ledger, they keep that information. So, and they have been hacked before. And normally when it's hacked, it is a data hack. Now, nobody's had their crypto assets hacked from a ledger. Let me be clear about that. Your crypto assets are safe with a ledger. There's been no hack that way. But when Ledger did get hacked, it was a data hack. So, what it was is the hackers got names, addresses, where you live, your credit card information, all that stuff that you give them and provide to them when you purchase them. And so that's just not something you really want hackers to know where you live. And now they know you're involved in cryptocurrency as well. Trezor also has Tor enabled on their Trezor suite, which I really, really like. It's just an extra precaution because I always use VPNs when I'm dealing with crypto or money in general. It's just a security measure for me. When you generate your keys, your private keys, they're generated offline. I have a video on how to set up the Trezor that will walk you through how to do that once you get it. I do not have one for the ledger, but I will have a link below that takes you directly to the manufacturer's website, and they have a video as well as step-by-step instructions on how to set up the ledger. That is the safest place I can send you to set one of these up. The other thing that I highly recommend is you purchase your hardware wallet directly from the manufacturer. In my days, I have heard about people who have purchased hardware wallets from Amazon or a third party. They've paid a little bit less money. They thought they were getting a great deal, and those hardware wallets were compromised. So, and then as soon as they add cryptocurrency onto that wallet address, the cryptocurrency is gone the next day. So scammers had unpackaged them and repackaged them, but finagled them so that they've got access to the private keys. And, or you think that when you get it, sometimes the private keys are already written down on a piece of paper. You might be new to crypto and you think that's normal. It's not. You really want your hardware wallet to generate it directly, and you write them down on a physical, old fashioned piece of paper with a pen. And that is the safest way to do it. You do not want to write them down on a computer, your phone, take a picture. As I said, they should never touch the online world, ever. They should forever be offline. So it is not necessary to have a hardware wallet to do the MoveQuest project. It is just a highly recommended option. That's all. Crypto security has to be number one if you're going to get involved in this space. I don't want you to add to the 1 million MoveQuest tokens that have already been scammed. It's not just tokens, it's also miners. So these scammers are stealing people's miners because once they have your wallet address or have access to your wallet address, they have access to your miners as well. It's definitely worth less than $100 to protect your crypto assets with one of these. I would say it takes 2 days for these to be delivered. The manufacturers have suppliers in most countries around the world. So it usually takes about 2 or 3 days for you to get them. In the meantime, I could suggest that you get your MoveQuest app downloaded, get your sleeping app downloaded, and make sure that everything is running smoothly in those cases. If you have any issues, you can troubleshoot them within those 2 days. And then when you get your hardware wallet, you can set it up, and then we can get your miners and we can get you started with your physical activity. But please use the links below. I've made sure that these links go directly to the trusted manufacturers' websites so that you are not going to be scammed. All right. And then when you receive your hardware wallet and you get it all set up, then please come back here and we'll get you set up with your MetaMask and your Trust wallet. I'll show you how to connect your hardware wallet, and we'll get you started with your miners and get that physical activity started working for you. I'll see you soon.